Welcome to one of my favorite topics of all time, solving equations. You know that I love to write verbal sentences into math symbol sentences to algebraic equations, and I also love to solve them and plug in a value for x, but I also love to work backwards to find x. So you're going to need to know PEMDAS today, and then also working backwards from PEMDAS. Working backwards from PEMDAS, we kind of are thinking inverse operations. We are going to undo operations. And so you know some things already. Think about what you already know, right? So I know that 2 plus 3 equals 5. I also know that 5 minus 3 equals 2, or vice versa, that little fact family, right? So adding and subtracting are inverse operations. Multiplying and dividing are inverse operations. So you can see that you can do the same numbers in reverse. So we love our properties, right? Our rules that are true for all types of situations like this. So the subtraction property of equality just says that if you subtract the same number from each side of an equation, that it's going to remain equal, right? So you're just keeping it balanced. If I have 7 and 7, and I take 3 from both sides, my sides will stay the same. Same with algebra. If I have a number plus 4 equals 6, well then that same number minus 4 and 6 minus 4 will then stay true. X is 2. And the solution, just so you know, solution is what makes the sentence true. So a solution is what makes the equation true. And so there's this thing called checking a solution, which is what we'll practice also. So here the addition property just says the same thing, that if we add the same number to each side of an equation, the two sides will remain equal. So it's just like keeping a balance. If you've ever seen one of those balance things, it's like your parents trying to keep you and your siblings, if you have any, trying to keep things equal. So let's try. Really important that you keep things balanced, and how we're going to practice doing that in this is making train tracks. So we have train tracks. That's just us modeling that we understand the property of equality. So again, some of these I know you can do them in your head. That's not always the point. The point is that you are understanding the properties of equality. You understand that both sides remain equal when you do the same thing. So if you can do it in your head, fine, but that's not your job right now. Your job is to show that you understand properties of equality. So we have a number plus 5 equals 3. What number plus 5 equals 3? Some of you might be like, wait, I'm adding 5, but I'm only getting 3. So you might realize it's probably going to be a negative. So to undo adding 5, inverse operation, I take away 5. I'm going to subtract 5 from both sides. Notice how I did both sides? And then remember opposites, additive inverse, 5 minus 5 is 0. So I'm just left with x equals 3 minus 5, that's 3 plus a negative 5, more negatives than positives, negative 2. And if you're not confident in that adding, subtracting, definitely plug it in to check your solution. So this is my inverse operation step. This is my solution. Me checking it is that substitution of plugging it in. So x, I put x where x goes, baby algebra. Negative 2 plus 5 is supposed to equal 3. So when I do the math, more positives than negatives. 5 is 3 more than 2. This is my answer. This is my reflexive property, showing that there's the same thing on both sides. That proves that my solution is correct. All right, carry on. Remember, you are in charge here. Can you try these next 3? This is just adding and subtracting one-step equations. We'll move on to multiplying and dividing and two-step later on. But here we go for now. So can you try on your own, or do you want to come back and check? So we have a number plus 6 equals 2. Train tracks first. Understanding properties of equality and inverse operations. I'm going to subtract 6 to make 0. Left with A. Same thing on the other side. 2 minus 6, that's like 2 plus a negative 6, which is negative 4. Plug that in. Plug in A for A. Check your solution. So we have negative 4 plus 6, plug it into the original, equals 2. And 2 equals 2. So our solution is correct. Hopefully you're feeling more confident to try on your own now. Here we go again. A number plus 3 equals negative 8. So we're going to undo adding 3 by subtracting 3 on both sides. Inverse step. Then we have our solution step. Y is equal to, we have negative 8 minus 3. It's okay to do a little work on the side if you need to. Add the opposite. Both negative, negative 11. Let's check to make sure we're right. Sometimes we mess up. Negative 11 plus 3 equals negative 8. More negatives than positives. Negative 8 equals negative 8. Sometimes people say this is their solution. They'll say negative 8 is my answer. No, this is your proof that your solution is what is plugged in to make the sentence true. Another one. Hopefully you're ready to try on your own here. And then we have 5 equals a number plus 4. So we're going to undo and subtract 4. Our job is to isolate the variable. That means to get it alone. So 5 minus 4 is 1. So we think n is 1. We're going to plug it in to check. Is 5 the same as 1 plus 4? And I actually do the work. Sometimes people just write this down. I actually check. And it is. So my solution is true. All right. I'm going to jump over here to number 2. Those are all addition ones. Now what about subtraction? Okay, so this one says the measurement, so if two angles are supplementary, that's a vocab word, if the sum, adding, of their measures is 180. So that said the sum of angle 1 and the sum of angle 2 should be equal to 180. That's the information I just grabbed. So we're going to write and solve an equation to find the measure of angle x. We'll look at that. I don't know why I wrote sub numbers there. Oh no. So then it looks like I'm given the value of measure of angle y, and I don't know x. So I have x, unknown, plus 94 should equal 180. So writing it out, that's something we need to keep practicing. And then I solve. So it says if that number plus 94 is 180, then without that number, we will have the value of x. So then I write x equals, let's see, I know that 90 plus 90 is 180. This is a little bit more. So 86. I should check for sure because I wasn't feeling super confident. So I'm going to plug in 86 plus 94. Does that equal 180? Well, I know that 6 to here is 100. So 100 plus 80 equals 180. So it's true. This is my solution. So the measure of angle x is equal to 86 degrees. So notice the opposite of adding was subtraction. Another one, see if you're ready. Train tracks. Negative 6 is y, or 7 less than y, we could say. So let's add a 7 back to see what y was before you took 7 away. So then I have y is positive 1. Check it. Negative 6 is 1 minus 7. Negative 6. Let's see. Let's add the opposite. More negatives than positive. 7 is 6 more than 1. So my solution is correct. Flip the page. All right, now remember, you are going to try and you're going to bring these ones with you to check, showing all work. I know sometimes you can do it in your head. You're going to show all your work. You are going to use your train tracks. You are going to show the inverse operation. You're going to have a solution. And then you are going to check that solution. I believe in you. Do you? Is the answer better than yes?